So as California continues to battle these blazes, one local winemaker says those in the hard-hit region are working together to help each other survive. Join me now is Cameron Hughes, co-founder and vintner for Cameron Hughes Wine. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, first of all, tell me a little bit about what's going on, around you. I understand that your property wasn't threatened, but you have people who work for you who've lost their homes. I mean, everybody knows someone or a lot of people.
Yeah, correct. Melissa, thank you for having me on today. Yeah, my own office is actually in San Francisco, but our larger organization is headquartered out of Santa Rosa. And quite luckily, most of the buildings that are associated with our companies have gone relatively unscathed. We've seen some vineyards scorched, but the real devastating issue for our organization and the community at large has been the wild storm that just ripped through the Coffee Park neighborhood, and we've had quite a few employees lose their homes.
Yeah, and I mean, I've talked to other people in the area who say similar things, that they've, the fire may have passed them, but they try to go back and save what's there. At the same time, their workers that are, would be out picking this time of year and harvesting, they're trying to save their homes. But there are ways the communities are coming together, isn't that right? And some people helping process some grapes from other areas and working together to try and salvage what's there.
Yeah, there's some certainly immediate impact as grapes have to come in off the vine. We've heard some, some terrifically inspiring stories, quite frankly, of wineries helping out wineries, and huge amounts of volunteers that are putting in a lot of efforts to feed and clothe the community. I've heard stories and have actually personally seen grape tonnage developed, or rather delivered, to some of our wineries where a winery, couldn't process the fruit. Their power was out, or they couldn't get to the winery.
Yeah.
And, to the end of helping out our community, we've started up a GoFundMe page that helps with our employees and then the larger community that have lost their homes, that need really immediate help in cash.
We talk about, $85 billion in losses so far. This is a whole community where you talk about when you try to move on. I mean, the air quality, we're looking at the pictures right now. It's very hard to even move around. So much has been destroyed by fire. How do you pick up and go on with what's left? I mean, what do you see really happening here?
Well, look, I'm not personally directly affected, other than from our large organization up in Santa Rosa that really is. I think that the rebuilding effort starts and begins now. And for our employees, that means they need immediate help in the form of, the blankets and the food side of it is taken care of. I think for the community at large that lost their homes, to be frank, the winery community, sure, certainly some wineries have been lost, some vineyards have been scorched, but quite frankly, I'm surprised at how little damage overall was done.
It's
the real damage is, it's to the people, the lives that were lost, the neighborhoods that were just absolutely scorched, as your other host said. It looks like a nuclear bomb went off. Those people need immediate help. Folks don't realize that you still have to pay the mortgage on your home.
Yeah, even when it's burned down. That's
despite
a great
it
point.
being burned down. Exactly.
That's a great point.
And so that's the help that we're looking to provide at this point, and that will begin to rebuild the community and, quite frankly, get folks back to work.
Yeah, Cameron Hughes, thank you for coming on. We appreciate your time.